Hey, what is up guys? Today we're going to be reviewing the ET100 from KingKong. Now this is a 100mm wheelbase brushless quadcopter. It is a 2S brushless quadcopter. However, you're better off using it on 3S. We'll get into that in a little bit. Now the plastic, they're stating that it's really good plastic, and to be honest, it really does seem like it's really good plastic. I didn't break one single propeller, which I really liked. Now I think this is meant for indoors because outdoors it was very slow. Actually, it was really slow, but you don't have to fight it, so it's not really underpowered. It's just not fast. I mean, that's all it is. It's not a really fast one. It's just like a little cruiser that I think you could take to the park and not worry about killing anybody. Basically, this is the type of brushless quadcopter I see it, and it can possibly be used indoors. However, I don't think I have enough room for this indoors, but that comes back to you. So it does come with a 25 milliwatt VTX. It is also using 1.9 inch propellers, and they do give you, I think, 3 sets with the whole package, and they give you one 2S LiPo, which I highly recommend you just fly on the 3S on this thing, and we'll see that in a little bit also. The battery input is a JST. Also, this, you might think this is the receiver, but this is not the receiver. This is actually the VTX, which is kind of weird. And the receiver is up top. You do have to take this apart. I recommend you take this apart to bind it instead of sticking a screwdriver in there and possibly frying the flight controller, which I've done before on even bigger quads. So don't do that. Take off the part, take off the top, and just bind it. Now there's also one huge thing that I also didn't like about this. Unfortunately, it does not have an OSD, which I thought was really strange, because when I took it apart, now when I plugged it into Betaflight just to make sure if I had my channel order correctly and if everything was set up correctly here, I noticed that the OSD switch was off. So I turned it on. I was like, why is it off? Hopefully it does have an OSD. And it turns out it doesn't have an OSD, which is kind of a little letdown. Now, also about the camera angle, it's about maybe 10 degree or 5 degree. It's about like that. And you don't need more, to be honest, because it's not that fast. So take that into consideration also. Acro mode was really fun to fly, but you're not going to be doing some crazy acrobatics. More you're going to be doing something like flying low to the ground, hitting gaps, stuff of that nature. But flips, rolls, and everything else is just going to be a waste of battery, because it'll take quite a lot of battery to do such a thing, and you'll see that in the flight footage. Overall, what I see of this currently is it's a good flyer. It's not a fast flyer, and it's very tameable, and it's very controllable and very predictable, which was really nice. And again, I didn't fly it with wind, so I can't answer that, but in good weather it was absolutely phenomenal outside. Well, that's all I can currently say, guys. Let's jump to the flight footage and take it from there. Alright guys, so this is the maiden of the KingKong ET100 PNP. It does come with just one battery, and it's a 2S, and also brought some 3Ss, and we'll see how well that goes. So let's go ahead and take off. It's good weather today, so there's a little distortion in the camera, which is kind of trippy. Maybe it's a 16:9 camera. So currently I'm just cruising here, just double checking its rates and everything. Now, as you can tell, it doesn't have OSD out of the box. And this is 100mm, as the name is stating. Let's see, how enjoyable is this? It's really nice, really smooth, and again, there isn't much wind right now. The camera angle allows you to go really slow, so I guess maybe a battery conservative. And don't forget, this is running a 2S right now. See how far we can go with this. So I do have a patch antenna pointing at it. Whoa, yeah, there was just slightest wind kind of threw me off there. That was kind of trippy. I don't want to walk all the way there. This is full punch out. I guess this is meant for indoors. And it really sucks that it doesn't have an OSD, because now I won't know what is what. There isn't even a timer, so that's kind of, I don't know. We're going to do a little bit of crash testing, also see how good the plastic is on this. Handle's nice, but you're not going to, you know, for other, there's a lot faster micros than this. But again, we're going to see how this is going to perform on a 3S. This is more of like a cruiser, I would say. Depending on how efficient it is. So hopefully it is pretty efficient. So it's like a little nice cruiser. It's really tameable. It's nothing super crazy wow. So if you're looking for something that's just to cruise around and not endanger people around you, this might be it. But we're going to wait and see how it's going to perform also on a 3S. It's performing really nicely. It's really easily, I'm not having to fight it. I'm not having to fight it much. I mean, at all, actually. I'm not having to fight it at all. But if I'm going to do a trick, I better do like a full punch out because it's just not that powerful on the 2S. But hopefully, like I mentioned, it is power efficient, so it'll have a long flight time. So we're going to see how long this goes. And it does have a buzzer on board, so the buzzer should be telling us if we're getting low on battery. Yeah, it's not the one you want to go like punch out in straight lines. It's just more of like maybe practicing acro, maybe. I mean, it's really nice, really small. Now I'm having to give a little extra, more power to keep it up. I think the battery's somewhat dying. Right now I'm around 50% throttle flying like this, and I am in acro. It looks very smooth actually. There isn't any vibrations or any oscillations, which is really nice. Now I'm having to give a little bit more throttle than usual. I can't tell. I'm just trying to listen for the buzzer. Is there a buzzer? No, there's no buzzer. Yeah, there is a buzzer. Yeah, there's a buzzer. Yeah, and out of the box, it doesn't come with like D-shot or anything. It's on multi-shot. As you can tell, it's really tameable. It's really nice. There we go. So now let's just go ahead and switch it over to the 3S. Alright guys, so this is going to be the 3S test now. This is actually my second test. The first one wasn't being recorded, unfortunately. So let's get going. So right off the bat, what I noticed is there isn't oscillations. Usually when you step up the battery, it gets oscillations. Second of all, it's running a lot better. It's still not that fast. On full throttle, you do get mid-throttle oscillations. It's not that fast, but it's very tameable. So if you're going to be going out to the park and just enjoying it, I highly recommend you use the 3S for it. It just runs a lot better. As you can tell here, it's doing really good. Also, the motors don't get hot, which is really nice, on the 2S or a 3S. So this thing, I think, can take a possible of a 4S. But you're not going to be doing some crazy, maneuvers and stuff like, like these kinds of things. You can kind of, but it's just, it's really demanding on the battery, and you'll just kill your battery in like 3 tricks. And that is the case with most micros. That was nice. So also what's really nice is the propeller guards. I don't have to worry about replacing the propellers. Usually on micros or really fast ones, that's what happens. After a crash, it'll just start oscillating all over the place, and you have to go replace the propeller. Sometimes that fixes it, sometimes it doesn't. So you have to take that into consideration also. But overall, it's running really nice. Now it's a shame it doesn't have OSD, and it should come with a 3S instead of a 2S. Now it seems like it's a good 2S battery, but yeah, 3S flies a lot better. And I'll leave a link to the 3S that I'm using right here. This is my go-to 3S micro lipo. It comes with the JST type connector. So it's handling really nice. As you can tell here, it's very tameable. It's very controllable too. There isn't much wind, so right now that's why maybe it's performing really nice. And this is the ET100 version. As you can tell, it's very controllable, very, very nice actually. The camera angle is good. It's not going to allow you to go super fast, but anyways, this thing doesn't go super fast. The plastic on it seems to be good, but that's too early for me to actually say anything about until I've gotten a couple more crashes. But currently it's holding out fine. I got into around 3 crashes, nothing too major. I've crashed into that pole over there, and yeah, it was still good. I think it's sleeping now. The buzzer is really low, so you have to go next to you. Yeah, and drop the throttle so you can hear it. So it's really fun actually. It's really nice. I don't know the flight time. I'm gonna fly it till it dies right now, which I think is a bad idea. Let's just go for a landing. Yeah, I'm losing a lot of power here. All right. So overall, it's really nice. So very tameable. Unfortunately, it doesn't have an OSD. I wish it did. I forget its price. So let's go ahead and check this out back in the shop, and we'll take it from there. Alright guys, so overall it flew pretty good. It did have a decent flight time. I was actually hoping for a little bit more flight time because it's so low KV'd. Now it handled the 3S very nicely. The motors were absolutely cool. I mean, it wasn't even hot at all or even warm, which was really nice. So that means you can possibly push it to a 4S. Now I have no idea how the motors would take that, but that would be pretty interesting. Maybe I'll pick up a couple tiny 4S lipos and we can test on this. But 3S was really nice. It just performed like just about any other kind of, not the super fast brushless quadcopters, but just a decent one to fly around that you don't really have to fight a lot. So what I'm guessing is, they're also using really small motors, 1103. I mean, that, in theory, I was hoping that at least we'd have some kind of at least more efficiency. But that's not really the case. It flies just like any other quadcopter or micro brushless quadcopter. And overall, it was a pretty good one. The plastic seems like it's going to take a beating, so it does seem to be very durable, which is really nice, especially if you're going to be crashing this quite often, or if you're racing it inside like a gym or a stadium or something of that nature. I think you'll be totally fine on that. Plastic is, again, really, really good quality plastic, but I don't know why the hell they didn't insert the OSD in here. And again, well, that's going to conclude it for my review of the ET100. It's a really nice flying one, and that's all I can currently say. It's a pretty good price. It's around, what, 123 bucks, so it's really good. It's like mid-range-ish price here for a little micro. That's going to currently conclude it for this video, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And again, fly this on a 3S, not a 2S, and you'll have a lot more fun. And, well, that's going to conclude it for this video, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.